This is homework set 28, question 3. Question 3, let's do part A where we have f of g. Now we're going to evaluate it at 0. All right, so what are we going to get here? So what does it say to do? Translate it. Translates as f of g of 0. So now, first I'm going to take that 0, put it into g. So where is g? It's up here. So this is going to give us f of 0 cubed plus 4. All right, now that's just f of 4. Now what does f say to do with that 4? So locate f, all the way up at the top here. It says to take 4 and then minus whatever you put in. So we're going to get 4 minus 4. We'll get 0. Part B, now instead of like part A, we did f of g. Now we're going to do g of f. So this translates as g of f of 0. Now what do you do with the 0? You locate f. F is right here, so replace the x with a 0. So we will have g of 4 minus 0, which is just 4. So g of 4. Now what to do with the 4? All right, locate g and process the 4 with the g. So let's see, with g is up here. It says cube whatever comes in and add 4. Now what's coming in is a 4. So I'm going to get 4 cubed and then plus 4. Now 4 cubed is 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 4 is 64, plus 4. That'll give us a 68. Now, you can see that these two numbers are not equal. So what that tells us is that this f circle g is not the same as g circle f. So in part C, now what we want to do is compute f circle g at any value of x. Now back in A, we computed f circle g at 0. Right? So we put in specifically a 0, and then we saw what f circle g did to it. Now instead of just putting in 0, maybe we can get a more general expression and see what happens if we put in any value. So given a value of x, instead of doing all this work here, why don't we just find one expression that does it all for us? So let's translate f of g of x. Now, here's g of x. G of x is x cubed plus 4. So we're going to have f of x cubed plus 4. And now what do you do with the x cubed plus 4? Put that into f. So I'm going to locate f over here. Replace that x with x cubed plus 4. I'll just be careful with parentheses, right? I got a minus, so be careful. 4 minus x cubed plus 4. Get rid of those parentheses. This will give us 4 minus x cubed minus 4. Those 4's go out, and we're left with negative x cubed. So what this says is that if you ever want to compute f of g at any value of x, all you have to do is cube that number and then take its opposite. So what do we do down here? Here's a 0. What do we do with the 0? What if you put a 0 in? You get 0 cubed is 0. Take the opposite, it's still 0. It's just that this is now more efficient, right? What I'm saying is now that we have this. F of g of x is equal to negative x cubed. Now I can do this, I can make this computation for any x at all. Now in part D, let's turn that around. So g circle f of x, this is going to be g of f of x. This will give us g of, now f of x, up at the top, that's 4 minus x. Now this g says to cube it and add 4. So I'm going to get 4 minus x cubed plus 4. All right, now, here's what this is. 4 minus x, 4 minus x, 4 minus x, and then a plus 4. Now let's start computing this by computing this product right here. So just two at a time. All right, so I'm just going to take a look at this one right here. So we'll get 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times negative x is minus 4x. And then run this one through, another negative 4x. And then negative x times negative x is positive x squared. Okay, I've got that. Now just bring everything down. 4 minus x plus 4. Now we can tighten this up a little bit. So how about 16 minus 8x plus x squared? Okay, times the 4 minus x plus 4. All right, now take this 4 through, and then we'll take the negative x through. So first of all, I'll get 4 times 16 is 64. 4 times negative 8x is minus 32x. And then 4 times x squared is 4x squared. Now take the minus x through, so it'll be minus 16x plus 8x squared minus x cubed. And then you've still got that 4 out there. Now let's fix this up here. So I'm going to count the x cubes, then the x squareds, then the x's. So run it through. What have you got for x cubes? I've just got one. Negative x cubed. Now what about x squareds? I got 4 here, and I'm going to add 8 of them. So I've got 16 of those. So plus 16x squareds. Then what about x's? Negative 32 and minus 16 is minus 48 x's. And then constants, I've got a 64 plus 4, so how about 68? So if I got all those multiplications correct, I'm going to claim that this is f of g of x. But on second thought, did you catch this? You see what I did here? That's not right. That's not right. Okay? What did I do? I took 4x squared and added 8, and I got 16. What is it? It's really 12. We all know that. So how about minus x cubed plus 12x squared minus 48x plus 68. Does that look better? And that finishes question 3 here on homework set 28.